Good day, students. Welcome to this subject, Social Studies, Grade 7A and 7B. Your teacher here, Miss Michelle Joy. This video will serve as a recap makeup class, especially for the students who weren't able to join our class today. Let's proceed to our online learning discussion now. Class, before we proceed to our online discussion, I would like us to have a short review or recap of the last topics that we have discussed last week. The first one is countries in Asia. So there are 48 countries in Asia, and all of these countries, we read them one by one, and we also read the capital cities of these countries, and we also uh, also have seen the different flags of each countries in Asia. The second topic we have discussed is about the physical geography of Asia, or how Asia looks from above. So in here we can see the green color, which represents vegetation or plants, forest, the brown color, which is the land area, and of course the blue color, the bodies of water that surround the continent of Asia. Class, for the objective of our lesson today, you must be able to know about Asia's geographical features. So at the end of our discussion, I expect that all of you already know about Asia's geographical features or the geographical features that are in your book, which we are going to study today. Class, our topics for today is Asia's geographical features, and these are the words to learn that we will be encountering. Please repeat after me so you can still practice your reading skills and your speaking skills even if you're just at home. Are you ready now? Let's start reading. Number 1, desert. Number 2, plateau. Number 3, volcano. Number 4, river plain. And number 5, mountain range. So class, let us read the meaning of these words one by one. Desert means abandon, forsake, leave. Quit, waste, desolate, barren, defect, wilderness, or renounce. So class, desert means an arid land or a very dry land. And because it's dry, only few vegetation can survive in here like cactus, and there's one particular animal that can survive here, which is camel. The second word that we have is plateau. So plateau means tableland, highland, mesa, plain, level, table, upland, moor, prairie, steppe. So class, when you say plateau, it's actually a very high land, and at the top of it, it's a plain area. The next word is volcano. Volcano means vent, furnace, abundance, precipice, alp, shera, cliff, elevation, ridge, or pipe. So class, volcano is actually a mountain, but this one class, it erupts. It brings out lava. Now class, we have river plain. River plain means a plain by a river. So it's a flat area of land located by a river. And the last word is mountain range, which means a series of more or less connected mountains ranged in a line. So it's a mountain connected with each other from mountain to mountain to mountain to another mountain. Okay, so these are the 5 words that we will be encountering in our discussion for today. Let's read them again one by one. Desert, plateau, volcano, river plain, and mountain range.
So here you have Asia, the biggest continent on this planet with a whole alphabet soup of countries and cultures for you to experience. If you have already or plan on making the trip, you might seriously feel like you've stepped into a whole new world. Well, if you saw that movie Avatar, you'll be convinced you're on another planet. But first, let's start with one of my fellow foodies. Number 1. Out-of-this-world flavors. Can I interest you in a bag of cherry blossom flavored Lay's chips? How about a wasabi Kit Kat bar? Green tea Oreos? Well, if you were ever curious about all the possible flavors your favorite snacks come in, then the Far East is your destination. Just be sure to wash all that down with some yogurt-flavored Pepsi if you're in Japan. Number 2. Sleeping people anywhere. While you're munching on some strange snacks over in Japan, Don't be shocked to see people grabbing a power nap in random public places, on a street bench, in the subway, even at work. This sleeping on the job isn't seen in a negative or weird light. In fact, it even has a name, inamuri, which translates to sleeping while present, and it's seen as a sign of dedication to one's work. I wonder if I could get my boss on the inamuri train too. Wait a minute, I am my boss. Number 3. One-of-a-kind animals. Asia has some of the most interesting animal species that can only be found on this continent. Take the Indian sloth bear, for instance. Is it a sloth? Is it a bear? Who knows? Actually, it is a bear, but don't worry if one crosses your path while you're exploring the Indian subcontinent. These guys prefer a diet of fruit, ants, and termites to, you. There's also the proboscis monkey, with a face only a mother could love, that lives on the island of Borneo in Indonesia, which is in Southeast Asia. Number 4. And some equally strange-looking plants. Indonesia is also home to some bizarre flora. Ever seen a corpse flower? Ever smelled one? Trust me, you don't want to. All I'll say is that these giant plants' aroma is what earned them the morbid nickname. A real jaw-dropper is the 10-foot-tall, 15-foot-wide, and 100-pound Titan arum. Then there's the 3-foot-wide Rafflesia, which literally looks like something out of the Mario world. Number 5. Lowest and highest points on land. If your bucket list includes standing on both the highest and lowest points on Earth, head to Asia and knock them both out in one go. The Great Mount Everest in the Himalayas, as you may know, is the highest peak on the planet, rising above sea level at a staggering 29,029 feet. As for the lowest of the low, no, the Challenger Deep doesn't count. I'm talking about the lowest place on land, and it's the Dead Sea, which is between the West Bank and Israel. Hey, the Middle East is part of Western Asia, so I'll count it. Anyway, it's over 1,400 feet below sea level. 6. Some bizarre inventions. Asia has some weird inventions that you might be interested in owning. Japan's Toyota i-Road is a combination of a car and a motorcycle. This little futuristic transportation device can fit into any parking space without trouble, and I'm sure it'll be a head-turner wherever you go. It's also electric, so no need for gas money. Some other kooky, yet seemingly practical inventions from the land of the rising sun are eye drop funnels, which can only be described as a butter mincer and a fold-out pillow dictionary. Hey, to make one of those inamuri naps a little bit more comfortable wherever you decide to catch some Z's. Number 7. Hotels with a robot staff. Gonna have to head to Japan for this bizarre sight as well. The Hana Hotel in Tokyo will have you feeling like you're in the year 3000. This is the only hotel in the world with a staff that's mostly made up of robots. And don't worry about having to learn to speak robot. All the staff know pretty much all the major world languages. They also have a robot dinosaur for the kiddies. My only question is, can they do the robot? Number 8. Pandora on Earth. Avatar, the sci-fi fantasy film that had all of us with our eyes bulging out of our heads and saying, "Ooh, the colors," back in 2009. Hey, if you ever wanted to step foot into Pandora, that's where the story took place as a refresher, just head to China. The Zhangjiajie National Forest Park has the Southern Sky Column, which was actually officially renamed Avatar Mountain after the movie's release. An astounding 3,500 feet tall, this sandstone pillar covered in greenery was one of the inspirations for the movie. So, art imitating life, then imitating art. Ooh, fascinating. Number 9. Not your run-of-the-mill adventure activities. Hey, instead of admiring Avatar Mountain from afar, why not give her a climb? That same national park has an exhilarating glass skywalk on its Tianmen Mountain. Now, just imagine you're 4,700 feet up in the air walking around on the 3-foot-wide bridge on the side of a mountain with only 2-inch thick glass panels stopping you from a long fall. And you know, the thing about glass is that it's clear, so you can see everything below you. No? Not interested? Then you probably don't want to hear about Sky Cycle in the Philippines. Not unless you'd like to ride a bicycle on a tight wire 60 feet above the ground. Nope, I'll be skipping both of those, thanks. Number 10. Perfect marriage of nature and technology. These two concepts are almost always understood as stark opposites. But if you step into Asia, you'll be questioning everything you knew about technology and nature. In China, there's a perfectly trimmed juniper tree garden that, when looked at from above, turns out to be a QR code. And get this, it actually works when you scan it. Well, if you take an aerial shot of the garden, turn up the brightness on the picture and then scan the photo, it'll take you to the official site of China's most popular messaging app. Number 11. Only one time zone. Okay, at first glance, this might not sound so bizarre. I mean, time zones, really? But think about it. China is one of the largest countries in the world, and you'd expect it to have at least 5 time zones, right? But it only has one, and that's Beijing time. So every city in this country is on the exact same schedule. It sounds really convenient, especially if you want to make a long-distance call to a friend on the other side of the country. But imagine, in some areas, people get up and go to work only to see the sunrise at lunchtime. That's weird. Number 12. Teeth blackening. Whereas most countries in the West spend a lot of time and money trying to make their teeth look whiter, some Asian cultures do the opposite. Teeth blackening is mostly practiced in small communities in Southeast Asia and Oceania, and it used to be pretty popular in Japan and some parts of China. But they don't do this to rebel against that bandwagon pursuit of the Hollywood smile. No, the practice actually serves a useful purpose. It's an effective way to protect teeth from decay and preserves them for longer. Plus, it has deep cultural meaning. It might look odd to outsiders, but they see it as a sign of health and beauty. Hey, I can respect that. Number 13. Longest bridge in the world. Heading back to China, let's look at the world's longest bridge. That would be the Denyang Kunshan Grand Bridge. Simply looking at this thing twists your brain. So just imagine riding along its mind-blowing stretch of over 100 miles. It's part of the Beijing-Shanghai high-speed railway. So if you want to see this bad boy for yourself, you'll need to take a train trip going to or from Shanghai and Nanjing. Oh yeah, and you'll be about 100 feet up in the air, so don't look down. Number 14. The Fountain of Youth. And finally, probably the most undeniable fact that Asia is some sort of different universe must be the strange way aging works there. That is, it seems to go a lot slower than in other parts of the world, mine included. I mean, have you seen Taiwanese interior designer Liu Xiao? What about Singaporean professional photographer Chuendo Tan? They're both undeniably gorgeous people, but get this, she's going on 44 and he's 53. Well, middle-aged is a whole different concept over there, since a lot of Asian countries have extremely long lifespans. Japan itself has the most centenarians, as people who have celebrated their 100th birthday per capita. It probably comes down to their healthy diet and active lifestyle. But if there is a fountain of youth, I'm willing to bet it's somewhere over in Asia. So you there, which of the places I mentioned would you like to see first? And can you add any more examples to the list? Let me know down in the comments. If you learned something new today, then give this video a like and share it with a friend. But hey, don't go backpacking in the Himalayas just yet. We have over 2,000 cool videos for you to check out. All you have to do is pick the left or right video, click on it, and enjoy. Stay on the bright side of life.
As we study about Asia's geographical features, so we all know that Asia has got many various types of geographical features, being the largest continent in the world. When you say various, it means different. So the first geographical feature we are going to study is about mountain ranges. So Asia is home to the world's highest mountain, which is located in the Himalayas, and the name of this mountain is Mount Everest, which is the world's highest peak. The second one is rivers and river plains. Many world's major rivers are in Asia, including the ones in India, which is the Ganges River, and the one in the rivers that connect different Southeast Asia like Thailand and Laos, which is the Mekong River. They have big river plains, which are very good for agriculture because this area class is very fertile. They are by the river. Now, class, let us discuss about deserts. So, deserts are very dry or arid areas with little vegetation. Only few kind of vegetation can survive in here. So, Asia has many deserts like the Syrian desert and the Gobi desert. Next one, class, volcanoes. So Asia has both active and inactive volcanoes. So these are the two types of volcano. When you say active, it may erupt anytime. And volcanologists can tell us when are they going to erupt. So example of active volcanoes, we have Mount Mayon in the Philippines and Mount Fuji in Japan. Now, the last one is plateau. So, a plateau is a flat area of highland. So, it's a highland, but at the top of it, it's a plain area. So, Asia has many plateaus like Tibetan Plateau in Central Asia. So class, just a summary of the topics we have discussed. So we have discussed about mountain ranges. These are mountains connected with each other. And the longest mountain range in Asia is the Himalayas mountain ranges. We have also discussed about river plains, which looks like this. So this is the river and this is the plain by the river. Next, we also have discussed about plateaus. So an example of this is the Tibetan Plateau. And of course, volcanoes. So this is how a volcano looks like. If it's an active volcano, it may erupt anytime and it brings out magma and lava. So class, for your activity, please answer page 29 of your social studies book. So please take note that if you already finished answering page 29 of your social studies book, please take a picture of it and then upload it in social studies album in your line group. Good luck, everyone. So class, we now come to the end of our activity. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, ideas, or anything that you want to ask Miss MJ or want to add in our topic, please feel free to call me or send me a message in my personal line account and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much. Take care and I'll see you again on our next virtual class. Goodbye, everyone.